Welcome back to another episode of the Christion Kirkley Show. I am in Orlando, Florida on a business trip. It is going to be a quick episode today, and I really want to talk about how business success is 80% mindset and really only 20% what you know, right? So everyone focuses on knowledge, myself included. That's good, but you have to have the right mindset to implement that knowledge, right? You have to have a mindset that's conducive to action, in faith, in God and yourself, right? If you know how to flip a house better than anyone in town, right? But your mindset is not strong enough to where you actually retain your profits and you go and you blow it. You're trying to keep up with the Jones, or trying to flex on social media, or you name it, right? Or let's say trading and investing. If you could be the smartest guy in the room, look up long-term capital management. They're a hedge fund. They had 2 Nobel Prize winners, and they actually blew up. They went out of business. They were pretty much too smart for their own good. A good book on that is When Genius Fails. And yeah, if you're really sharp, like mentally, everyone thinks, oh, okay, that's enough. I'm a smart guy. Oh, he's a smart guy. Well, think about school, right? Some of the smartest people, they're not really doing anything. You don't actually have to have that high of an intelligence level to be successful. It's a lot of it's about emotional intelligence, and emotional intelligence. Part of emotional intelligence is psychology, understanding others, having empathy. Understanding psychology, psychiatry, a little bit of philosophy, and yeah, just really trying to work on your frames of mind, right? One thing that I'm currently trying to do for myself is trying to be more present oriented. So I'm very future oriented, and I can be past oriented just like everybody else. And what I mean by that is either living in the past or living in the future. I don't spend enough time in the present. That's something I'm working on myself, and I've been meditating for a few years now, and it's helped me. But I cut down to 5 minutes a day instead of 12 minutes a day. I'm going back to 12 minutes a day because it's been proven to increase the gray matter in your brain, in your prefrontal cortex, which improves your willpower, your concentration, a whole bunch of different mental benefits. If you think about meditation, you might think what you see on a movie or the cartoons where it's like a monk going like, you don't actually do that. So meditation, mindfulness meditation, is just deep breathing, focusing on your breathing and observing your thoughts, looking at your thoughts almost like a cloud in the sky, not attaching to that thought. You're not your thoughts, right? But your thoughts can eventually lead to emotions and habits and things like that, but you can't attach yourself to your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. So that's a great thing about mindfulness, is it increases your ability to be present. There are benefits to being future oriented. So present orientation versus future orientation, it's not either or one is good, one is bad. They have their moments. So there are some times where it is good to be future oriented, in my opinion. It's good to project out, to think about the future, to make game plans, but most game plans don't come to fruition. Most plans don't come to fruition. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's one of my big problems with being future oriented. I'm going to start trying to rewire my mindset to think that and eventually become a present oriented person. I think present oriented people are the most happy. I think they are the most successful by my standards of success. Inner peace, joy. Think about the fruits of the Spirit, right? Paul talks about peace, love, joy, happiness, all these different things. Even throw patience in there, right? I think that is what defines success, not what you have, who you know. Because you can have anything you want in the world, but like the Bible says, what is a man to gain if he gains the whole wide world but loses his soul? It doesn't really matter what you have or who you know. And life's more than just experiences too. Experiences are fleeting. They're just memories. at the end of the day. It's really about the here and now and being present, creating a life of meaning, of purpose, making an impact, being nice to people. The golden rule, love God and love others. Just doing your best you can every day. And that's really what present orientation is. Like I said, one challenge to myself, I'm going to try to start consistently going from 5 minutes a day back to 12 minutes a day. I felt like I was wasting time, and I would tell myself I don't have time to do 12 minutes a day, but really I don't have time not to. It's like I can't afford not to, because the benefit is so great. And eventually maybe I can even move up to 20-30 minutes a day. It's really just a time where I listen to God. I let him speak into my life. I let him guide me and direct me. And right now that's only a small portion of it. A lot of it is me projecting and overthinking, of course, but if you just sit with yourself and your thoughts, that's how you really get to know yourself. And eventually you'll see improvements in your mindset, and you will see setbacks whenever you have lapses in discipline in life and your habits, right? So that's why it's good to continue to try to stay consistent. Find a time in the morning or in the evening. I like to have in the morning at least 7 minutes with God, right? So I'll do my Bible, and then I'll do my meditation. And that's time where I feel like if I just put God first in the morning and I choose him, because it's a choice every day. Am I going to choose myself or God? And everything that is not with God is really against him, right? So you can't serve two masters. So it's a choice you have to make every day. The best time to do that's first thing in the morning. Get up, get your water, get your coffee, and just have quiet time. And if you have children, obviously get up early enough to where they won't bother you. I don't know any kids that love being up at 5 a.m. I don't have kids yet, but I sure as heck didn't want to be up before 7 a.m. as a kid. And if you have babies, yeah, that's different. But there's going to be time. Babies sleep all the time. There's going to be time where you can get some quiet time in. If you don't have quiet time with yourself and with God, then you kind of lose track of who you are, right? Because you have to observe your thoughts, and it allows you to be proactive instead of reactive. If we're always reactive, then we're letting the world push us in a million different directions, and we're not really getting what we want to get done. And it really gives you a time to kind of lay a strong foundation for your day. Those quiet times in the morning, set in the bar. I'm going to be present oriented today. I'm going to take it moment by moment, and then eventually you start taking life day by day instead of projecting out and thinking about, this week, that week, 10 years from now, right? We don't know if we're even going to be here. And there's a really good quote. I heard Rob Dial say it on the Mindset Mentor, but I don't think he made it up. But it is, we overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 10 years. So if you think about that, how many times do we set New Year's resolutions? I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to make $200,000, or I'm going to this and that. And of course, we usually fall short. But if you think about it, the point of me bringing that up is you can make all the goals in the world that you want, but you don't know what God has planned for you. You don't know how much you're going to grow, and you're probably going to eclipse any goals that you could really even think of for yourself, like realistically, in 10 years. It's just going to be way out there, right? So just really focus on the present moment, being the best that you can in this moment, and you will build yourself up to where you can hit goals that you couldn't even fathom. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I hope you have a blessed day. Don't forget to enlighten and empower. Let's go.